let's go to Jacksonville. Travis Etienne gets drafted. We heard about this whole, there's going to be a committee here. We have Carlos Hyde. Now they say we're going to use all three. What are your thoughts on this backfield? I mean, what if James Robinson now? He was one of the best backs in the league, and now he's going as the RB22. So people haven't completely bought out, but you have Etienne at 28, and then Hyde at 77. I'm worried about Robinson and Etienne even at that ADP, just because, I mean, Etienne might just be the third down back. So it's like, I don't know, RB28. What do you think?
Oh, I share your concern. I was so disappointed when the Jaguars took Etienne because that hurts his value and James Robinson. And like you mentioned, Carlos Hyde's there. This is going to be a nightmare to project. So I'm just staying away. Urban Meyer's potentially making Etienne a wide receiver, like his H-back role that we saw, guys like Percy Harvin, Curtis Samuel play. Does he know that they already have Laviska Shenault, who would probably fit that perfectly?
Yes.
So this is just, it's a shame that they're doing this. And then we got Tim Tebow potentially doing the Taysom Hill role. This is just a nightmare. It's a shame because there's so much talent in this roster, but we really don't know how Urban Meyer is going to, set this up. So I'm shying away from them on their ADP. They're both a bit rich at ADP, and I'm staying far, far away right now.
So Chenault's going at wide receiver 48, Marv Jones at 53, DJ Chark at 30, excuse me. I feel like the values in Shenault and Jones, really. I mean, you bring Jones in, I don't think he's a guy that's just going to kind of completely be out targeted by Shark every week. And I think Shark, he had a bad year, then he had a good year, and then he had a year he couldn't stay healthy. But when you go in and you bring in like Marvin Jones, which you didn't really have to do, and then you talk about making Etienne a wide receiver, I'm just worried that Shark isn't that true number one that Meyer wants. Like I don't think he's a pass regime kind of guy, and I just don't know that he's worth that top 30 ADP.
Yeah, I agree completely. Like, he's obviously the sexy pick here, but wide receiver 30, oh man, it's hard to trust anybody that high in this offense. So yeah, I'm not excited over Marvin Jones. You can get him much later, and who knows how this is going to shake out. But I think of the three, I think Laviska Shenault, for the reasons I mentioned earlier, I think he's the guy to target here. I think he could fit really well into this Urban Meyer scheme.
Yeah, and I mean there might not be much at tight end, so that's one good thing. Trevor Lawrence going just outside the top 12 at quarterback. I mean, I think that's fair. I think he has some upside, but I still like Wilson as a much better value. But what's our Jags prop?
Our Jags prop is Travis Etienne. How many receptions will he have this year? I have it at 45.5.
Yeah, so I'll go under. I'm right there in line, though. I have it at 43. So I, tweak one or two things, and he easily is right at that number. I think that's what we should expect in year one, about 3 catches per game, maybe a little less, just because there's a lot of guys that could emerge. We really haven't seen this offense. We don't know how run heavy it's going to be. The only thing we really know is he's probably going to be the number one pass down back, because that's what Meyer has said. So I have Etienne at, he's getting just like around half of the running back routes, and then Hyde and Robinson are splitting the other half. So not exactly like Robinson's getting more than Hyde, actually, obviously, but that's kind of how I have it.